How's it going, everyone? Thank you for joining us. We are here today with the Colorado Firefighter Jiu Jitsu Club. First ever gathering. We had Master Ken come in. Master Ken, what's your last name? Gabrielson. Master Ken Gabrielson came in and showed us a few things. And I'm here with one of my teammates. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Jose. I train out of 10th Planet, Colorado Springs. I've been a fireman for, it's coming up on 16 years. I work for LA City Fire Department, but I live here in Colorado Springs.
Nice. So what was your first introduction to jiu-jitsu? Like, what inspired you to first step on the mats? First time ever.
When I used to work for the ambulance company, I used to work for AMR a long time ago.
Right.
And I had a buddy named Ken Fitney, and he had just started jiu-jitsu. And we were partners one night, and he was like, "Hey, man, you really got to check out this." He's like, "Yeah, I used to watch UFC." He's like, "Yeah, you know," he's like, "You like this UFC stuff?" He's like, "You might be into jiu-jitsu." Mm-hmm. And he happened to have a Eddie Bravo's book where he tells the story of like when he beat Hoyler at ADCC and how 10th Planet kind of came to be.
Yeah.
And that night I read through half the book and I was like, "Man, this is awesome." Yeah. You know, but I was making like $7.15 an hour, you know, and I was like, all right, one day when I get hired on with the fire department and I start making money, I'm going to train jiu-jitsu. Yeah. So, yeah, that was it.
Awesome. So, is there any lessons that you've acquired from jiu-jitsu that you can apply into your career as a firefighter?
Yeah, I think the most important lesson from jiu-jitsu that you can take into the fire service is being able to control your breathing, right? And just staying in control of yourself, right, mentally, when so much is going on around you.
Right, high pressure environments.
Yeah, when you first start jiu-jitsu, you're like, you're using a lot of, energy and just wasting your breath, and you're moving, right? You have all these extra movements that aren't needed, and the same thing goes with the fire service. When you first start learning how to lay a line and connect to a fire hydrant, you're like doing so much. When you go to a fire, same thing. It's just like you're doing so much. Right. But as you get mat experience, as you get time in the field, you start going to more fires. You get comfortable with like, okay, there's no real wasted movements, right. And no matter how hot it is, no matter how smoky the conditions, you're able to, stay calm and just keep going to accomplish the task. So, yeah.
Right. Awesome. And then what do you think would be, the importance of camaraderie? We have a great community in jiu-jitsu, and I know for myself, there's been a lot of dark times that I went through, and, you were actually one of the individuals that kind of, helped get me to a right place, through camaraderie of jiu-jitsu. And what do you think is the importance of both in, both fields, in the firefighter community and in jiu-jitsu, like, the importance of camaraderie?
Yeah, camaraderie is huge in the fire service. And the reason we started this club here was because we kind of felt that the tides had started to shift a little bit. There's been a really big cultural change in the fire service, and we've started to notice more and more of our brothers and sisters, fall into addictions or mental wellness, stuff where they end up ending their lives too soon. When if they would have, had a tribe, they would have had a people, a place where you can gather and kind of decompress. That might not have been the case, right. And like me, the same thing. When I started jiu-jitsu here, I was not really in a good place, and so it's helped me mentally, physically, and I want to be able to provide that for people who haven't found jiu-jitsu, so I think if we're able to get more people, more firefighters into this community, to join this club and to know that there is an outlet, to know that they're not alone, and to be able to have a place where they can talk and just kind of, have that environment that is, I think is kind of lost in the fire service now. We can make a difference and save a lot of lives.
Yeah, definitely feel that. And, man, I know, so there's times where, you know, you're choking me out. I see your kids punching each other, hitting the mats. Your wife's punching me in the face, man. So you guys are here as a family, huh? That's awesome, man. That's great. That's great. It's so it started with you just kind of training to get your mind right, and now your whole family's training, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I always knew, like, once I had a family, you know, that this is an environment that I want my kids to be surrounded in.
Right.
You know, it just teaches so much, especially with kids. I think if the first time you struggle, right, the first time you meet adversity is when you're an adult, man, you're so far behind. You know, so with jiu-jitsu, man, you're constantly being pushed. You're constantly being, you know, it's a big ego check, you know, and it teaches them a lot about themselves physically and mentally. And so that's kind of the direction that I wanted my family to grow. And, you know, my wife does so many other things, right? She's doing 3 14ers today. But yeah, she started doing jiu-jitsu. She started striking. She's definitely, she realized it was good for her to start coming down, because then she understands more of, you know, the community that we've built here in Colorado Springs.
Why you spend so much time at the gym?
Exactly. It's not,
you can.
it's not just the gym, right? Where you're lifting weights and you're broing out. It is, you know, you roll, you know, you're defending chokes, you're choking. Everything just goes away. You know, when you're doing that, you're not worried about bills. You're not worried about deadlines. You're trying to breathe. Right? You're surviving. You're surviving, right? And so, like, it is a hard, you know, just a reset mentally, right? It like clears everything when you're on the mats. You know, and I think, you know, for my wife to come down and see that and experience it, she's like, now I get it. I get it, which is awesome. We hope, you know, our hope for this this jiu-jitsu club is that we start having open mats, you know, not just here in the Springs, but to any gym that is willing to host, you know, a handful of firefighters, you know, on a random Saturday or Sunday, a place for us to gather. You know, this isn't about gym affiliation. You know, we represent 10th Planet. So the 4 owners founders of this, right? Myself, 10th Planet Colorado Springs, the 2 Johns, they own and run this place, Tabula Rasa, and then Tyler Moran, he trains out of Prime. 4 different fire departments, 3 different gyms. This has nothing to do with gym affiliations. We don't care where you train. We just want you to train. We want you to be able to come down to any jiu-jitsu place and find this brotherhood that we've created here. So our hope is to, you know, be able to travel throughout Colorado and be able to have these open mats and just build this community, right? Where we throw it up on our Instagram. Follow us at CFJJC on Instagram, and we also have one on Facebook. And then we'll post where we're heading next. You know, we'll probably have, you know, when we start, maybe 4 a year. You know, maybe like an open mat quarterly. We kicked it off big time with, you know, Ken Gableson. You know, he's a coral belt. It's crazy, right? But yeah, we just want to be able to grow this, and at some point, hopefully in the future, you know, become a like a nonprofit, you know, where we're selling these shirts and the profits to this go to support, you know, either a member or a local fire department that is struggling with mental wellness, so they can seek professional help. At the end of the day, we're not professional help, right? And some people need more than just this environment. And so to be able to provide that for members who truly need the professional help, that would be, I mean, if we could just save one person, that's our goal.
Beautiful, beautiful. Man, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.